Welcome to Module 4 of World Religions. Think about what it means to be a peaceful person. How peaceful are you? What does being peaceful look like to you? Perhaps you think of being kind to other people, not engaging in physical violence against any other people, and doing your best to be a good citizen of the world while exhibiting tolerance, kindness, and open-mindedness in your society towards all people. But what about peacefulness towards all living beings, including animals, insects, plants, and even microscopic organisms? Picture for a moment all the places you have walked in your lifetime. Do you know how many bugs you have unknowingly stepped on in your life that have died simply because you walked on them, whether purposefully or not? Do these deaths, which are absolutely your fault, matter to you? Imagine for a moment that every time you killed a bug, swatted at a mosquito, or stomped on a spider, that creature's soul, which we will call Jiva, to use the Jain term for soul, attached itself to you, and you carried that Jiva's death for the rest of your life as a piece of dust on your arm, which we will call karma, to use the Jain term for the accumulation of consequences from actions. How many pieces of these dust, or karma, would you accumulate across an entire lifetime? Are you to blame for the amount of negative karma you build up from causing the deaths of these multiple jivas? Is there a way to avoid future killings under your feet? What if there was something you could do to prevent avoidable deaths? Would you consider sweeping the ground with a soft broom to clear the ground to avoid the unnecessary death of tiny living creatures? Would you wear a mask on your face to avoid breathing in any insects that may be flying near your mouth? Next, picture the food you eat. What types of violence do you cause simply to stay alive with food? Over the course of a lifetime, an average human will consume parts of thousands of slaughtered animals in the form of meat, and will cause the confinement of many more in the form of dairy production. However, our vegetable harvests aren't strictly without violence either. When people pull root vegetables, such as onions, carrots, garlic, or potatoes, out of the ground, an entire living being with its own jiva dies, and microorganisms in the ground are disrupted. How many root vegetables have died because of your actions? 1 million? Maybe. These anecdotes may sound extreme, but in reality, humans cause many deaths on a day-to-day basis in their lives. Part of being alive includes a certain amount of violence. This is a focus of the religion known as Jainism. People from the Jain religion, known by some as Jainism, have committed to a life of peace and non-injury, a philosophy known as ahimsa. Ahimsa, non-attachment, and the other great vows of Jainism, and is the core of Jainism, leading to the liberation of the soul to moksha, which you also learned about in Hinduism, but is slightly different in the non-theistic Jain religion. But simply put, Jainism is likely the world's most peaceful religion. After all, Jain monks actually do sweep the ground as they walk to avoid stepping on bugs and causing unnecessary death. Some monks even wear masks to avoid accidentally inhaling any flying insects. However, not all Jains wear masks or sweep the ground as they walk. Many Jains run thriving businesses, drive cars, and just do their best to live the concept of ahimsa as well as they can within the world that they live in. Overall, Jains are a fairly small religious group across the world. Today, there are roughly 4.4 to 4.6 million Jains in India, where the total population is 1.2 billion. Approximately 100,000 to 150,000 Jains live abroad, with about 50,000 in the USA and Canada, 30,000 in the UK and Europe, and 20,000 in Africa, with the rest spread throughout other Asian countries. Jainism is a religion of peace. Join me as we explore the study of the ancient Indian religion of Jainism.